I have frequently seen people become neurotic when they content themselves with inadequate or wrong answers to the questions of life. They seek position, marriage, reputation, outward success of money, and remain unhappy and neurotic even when they have attained what they were seeking. Such people are usually confined within too narrow a spiritual horizon. Their life has not sufficient content, sufficient meaning. If they are enabled to develop into more spacious personalities, the neurosis generally disappears. Whoever turns inward risks confronting themselves. The mirror does not flatter. It faithfully reflects whatever gazes into it, namely, the face we never show to the world because we cover it with the persona, the mask of the actor. But behind the mask, the mirror reveals the true face. This is the first test of courage on the inner journey, a test daunting enough to scare most people, because encountering oneself is one of those unpleasant things that are avoided as long as one can project the negative onto the outside world. Everyone wants life to be simple, safe, and without obstacles. That is why problems are taboo. Man wants certainties and not doubts, results and not experiences, without realizing that certainties can only come from doubts and results from experiences. Life is you, and if life is hard to bear, it is because it is very hard to bear yourself. This is the greatest burden, the greatest test. We may think that we fully control ourselves. However, a friend can easily reveal something about us that we have absolutely no idea about. Wholly unprepared, we embark upon the second half of life. Or are there perhaps colleges for 40-year-olds which prepare them for their coming life and its demands as the ordinary colleges introduce our young people to a knowledge of the world? No. Thoroughly unprepared, we take the step into the afternoon of life. Worse still, we take this step with the false assumption that our truths and ideals will serve us as hitherto. But we cannot live the afternoon of life according to the program of life's morning. For what was great in the morning will be little at evening, and what in the morning was true will at evening have become a lie. To find out what is truly individual in ourselves, profound reflection is needed, and suddenly we realize how uncommonly difficult the discovery of individuality is. The events that happen are always the same, but the creative depths of man are not always the same. Things in themselves do not mean anything. They take on a meaning only within us. We are the ones who give meaning to things. Meaning is and has always been artificial. We are the ones who create it. The greatest and most important problems of life are all, in a certain sense, insoluble. They can never be solved, but only outgrown. Why are you looking around for help? Do you believe that help will come from outside? What is to come is created in you and from you. Hence, look into yourself. Do not compare, do not measure. No other way is like yours. All other ways deceive and tempt you. You must fulfill the way that is in you. The meaning of my life is that life asks me a question, or vice versa. I am myself a question for the world, and I must provide my answer. Otherwise, I will be reduced to the answer that the world will give me. But no matter how much parents and grandparents may have sinned against the child, the man who is really adult will accept these sins as his own condition, which has to be reckoned with. Only a fool is interested in other people's guilt, since he cannot alter it. The wise man learns only from his own guilt. He will ask himself, who am I that all this should happen to me? To find the answer to this fateful question, he will look into his own heart. Thinking is very difficult. That is why most people judge. Reflection takes time, so those who reflect already have no way of constantly making judgments. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. They will practice Indian yoga and all its exercises, observe a strict regimen or diet, learn theosophy by heart, or mechanically repeat mystic texts from the literature of the whole world. All because they cannot get on with themselves and have not the slightest faith that anything useful could ever come out of their souls. I don't regret the people I've lost over time, but I regret the time I've wasted with certain people, because the people didn't belong to me, the years did. Loneliness does not come from having no people around you, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to you. Don't cling to someone who is leaving, otherwise it will not be possible to meet the one who is coming. The great decisions of human life have as a rule far more to do with the instincts and other mysterious unconscious factors than with conscious will and well-meaning reasonableness. We should learn to let go of a certain facade of social respectability if we truly want to live our lives fully, freely, and happily. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more philosophy and personal growth content.